So just sit down, cross your legs, and then whichever way you instinctively cross them, take them the other way. So it won't feel quite as comfortable, but you'll get there. Place your hands on your knees. Draw the shoulders up to the ears. And then exhale, take them all the way down and really squeeze as you pull down. 2 more, up to the ears. Squeeze as you pull them down. Take a big breath in. And squeeze as you pull them down. Turn the palms face up, close the eyes. And then just drop the shoulders down. Notice in your seat if the shoulders are a little bit further forwards of the hips. See if you can bring the shoulders back so they stack on top of the hips. You might feel like you're a little bit too upright. But it's just how you perceive the posture. So just lift nice and tall. And then now see if you can build a bit more space between the rib cage and the hips. So a bit more length, a bit more extension in the side of the body. Long, deep breaths of full inhale, lengthening all the way up. And then a big exhale, all the breath out. So a lengthening breath in. And a big releasing breath out. And just start to notice the movement in the rib cage, into the chest, into the torso. Not just the movement in the top of the chest, but this lateral movement into the side of the rib cage. This expansion, growth. And then if your mouth isn't closed, close the mouth and now breathe in and out through the nose. And turn the volume of your breath up slightly. So it becomes a little bit more energetic, a fuller breath. A little louder still. And then turn your hands so they're down on the knees. Take an inhale, lift your chest up to the ceiling, gaze towards the ceiling. And take an exhale, pull your chin into chest, pull belly button into spine and really round. Inhale, lift forwards, open the chest, squeeze your shoulders back. Find that pinch between the shoulders. And then exhale, round out. Inhale. And exhale, take it slow. Now we're going to change the breath. So when you move forwards, you'll inhale through the nose. When you round, you're going to sigh out through the mouth. So inhale tall through the nose. Big loud sigh out through the mouth as you pull into the backs of the shoulder blades. Final one, inhale through the nose, sit tall. All the breath out, exhale through the mouth. Back to a normal breath and a neutral spine, sit tall, inhale. Relax the shoulders, exhale. Inhale. Make sure there's a softness around the jaw, exhale. 2 more in. Exhale, breath out. Inhale. Exhale. And then roll over, take your hands to the mat, step your knees back, find all fours. Spread your knees a little bit wider so your base is firmer. And then I want you to reach your hands to the top of the mat. Pull your waist in, so pull in through the front of the body. Let your chest open up, push down into the hands, push into that space in front of the shoulders. Gaze forwards towards the hands. Feel the side of the body stretch, feel the chest open. Depending on your mobility, flexibility, you might take the chest to the floor, but I want you to keep your elbows off the ground so that it's an active stretch. You've really got to hold yourself there. So constantly thinking about drawing the navel to the spine, keeping the front of the body strong and secure. 2 more breaths in and out. Breathe in. And out. Pushing down into the hands, walk them all the way back in. Tuck your toes, take it back into downward facing. Pedal your downward facing dog out, stretching the heels away. Make sure your hands are spread wide. Look towards your hands and just check there's space between the fingers. So spread your fingers out wide. Give yourself a firm, supportive base. And then bend the knees. Walk the feet in towards the hands. Bring it all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, the crown of the head extends as you straighten out through the spine. Exhale, melt the body and fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, fold forwards. 2 more. Lengthen and extend. Exhale, fold forwards. Last one. Lengthen and extend. Exhale, fold forwards. Now from where you are, take the hands up to the sky behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Reach your knuckles up to the sky. And I want you to just wriggle side to side in the shoulders. So whilst you're in that forward fold, see if you can create a bit more space around the front of the shoulder joints. Relax the weight of the head. Push into the feet, curl on up through the spine. So taking your time, roll up to standing. Keep your hands pulling back, keep your feet pushing down. Stretch the chest open, look forwards, breathe in. Breathe out, let the arms go down by the side. With the eyes closed, turn your palms to face forwards. Reach your fingers down so you feel the shoulders pulling down the back. See if you can slightly squeeze the shoulders together. Feel the chest lift and open. Pull your waist in. So stay really strong around the center of the body. Walk your feet closer together. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, nice and tall. Interlace your hands. Reach the knuckles up to the ceiling. Take a side bend to the right. Hold it for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, push your hips to the left. Inhale. Exhale, reach your hands over to the right. Inhale. Push into the outside edge of the left foot. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Notice the difference from left to right. And then take it over to the other side. So hands to the left, hips to the right. Inhale. Move that right hip over. Exhale. Inhale. Stretch your hands over. Exhale. Breathe in. And out. Come back to center. Rise all the way up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Take your hands down to the ground. Give the head a shake from side to side. Just make sure you're not gripping the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Push into the hands, step back into a plank position. So just hold that plank position. Pull your waist in. Now just take 3 deep breaths. So connect with the breath again. And to be able to hear your own breath. In and out through the nose. So you keep connected with the practice. You stay present. Keep the body warm from the inside out. And then take it back into downward facing dog. Pulling the waist in, lifting up through the thighs, pushing into your hands, pushing into the back of the shoulders to protect the front of the shoulders. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. Stretch that right heel to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your right knee in, step the right foot forwards. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Breathe in. Moving into that left hip, breathe out. Try and bring the left hip forward. So try not to let that left hip open to the side. Inhale, think height in the chest. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper in that left thigh. 2 more in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, rest your back knee down to the floor. Take your left arm forwards and your right arm back. So you're twisting, facing over to the right side of the room. Pulling your hands further apart. So really trying to stretch From the right fingertips to the left fingertips, open that space. Inhale, bring it back to center, face forwards. Take your right hand, hold around the left wrist. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, slightly side bend over to the right, opening through that left side body. Now, if you want to, you can also take it a little bit deeper into the front of the hips. So we get a stretch through the side and a stretch through the front. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to center. Take your hands down to the floor. And walk your hands over to the left side of the mat, the long side, and pull your right toes in. So you've got a wide forward fold. Engage the thighs, fold the body down, hold opposite elbows, and just sway from side to side. So rock the upper body from side to side, thinking about how heavy the head, the neck, and the shoulders are, using them to draw the upper body down. Feel your hips lift. Feel the hamstrings lengthen and open. Let the hands go down to the floor. Walk your hands all the way around to the back of the mat. So frame your left foot. Get ready to push up into a high lunge. So reach the arms up to the sky, lift. Now opening through that right hip, exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out, one. So trying to bring that right hip to the back of the room. Try not to let it face open to the right. And at the same time, can you pull your left thigh back slightly? Take another 2 breaths in and out. Breathe in and out. One more. Rest your right knee all the way down to the ground. Take your right arm forward, left arm back this time. So twisting, looking over that left thigh. Reaching your right fingertips way beyond the top of your mat. And as you pull your right fingertips forwards, feel the body move into that twist. One more breath. Exhale. Come back to center, reach the arms up to the sky. Left hand holds around the right wrist. Inhale. Slight side bend to the left. Exhale, you're opening that right side of the waist. Option 1. Option 2, you're also moving forwards into that right hip. If there's more space, if you want to take it a bit stronger, a bit deeper into the front of the right thigh. Bringing it back to center. Taking your hands down to the floor, lifting the back knee off the ground so you can walk the hands back over. You come back into that wide forward fold. So both feet out wide, toes slightly in, rock the body forwards. Hold on to the backs of your calves, your ankles. I want you to bend the knees deeply. Try and have some connection between the belly and your thighs. Now, once you've got that connection and you're holding onto the ankles, start to lift your hips to the ceiling. Relax the head in, the chin into the chest. Pull your waist in. Trust yourself to take the weight a little bit further forwards. And then hands come down to the ground. Walk your hands all the way over to what was originally the top of the mat. Frame your right foot. Push the hands down. Step back into downward facing. From downward facing, rest your knees to the floor. Inhale, look forwards, cat-cow. Open the chest. Draw the chest between the upper arms. Exhale, waist pulls in, spine rounds, chin to chest. Inhale forwards, open the chest. Exhale, round out. Inhale forwards. Exhale, round. Maintain that big rounded shape through the spine. Push into your hands, tuck the toes, take it back, downward facing. Breathe in. Breathe out. See if you can encourage more movement into the side of the ribs. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Looking to the hands. Take your left foot forwards in between the hands. Rise up, high lunge. Lift up through the arms. Open the chest. Stretch up through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, move a little bit deeper. Breathe in. And out. Now bring the hands into prayer. Keep the elbows where they are. Just bend the elbows so the thumbs come towards the back of the neck or the back of the shoulders, the upper back. And then slightly lean your head back. Trust yourself, trust your balance. Feel your triceps open. Just lift the elbows slightly to the ceiling. And then come back into a high lunge. Really strong in that front thigh. Left arm forwards, right arm back, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, sit to your warrior two. Breathe in. Squeeze your glutes on, breathe out. Inhale. Reach the arms wide, exhale. Inhale. Push down into the feet, exhale. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, stretch the arms out wide. Straighten your left leg, keep the arms out. Shuffle your right foot in once or twice. Now the left hip doesn't move. Reach your left fingertips forwards and stretch them as far forwards as you can. Left hand down to the shin, right arm up to the sky for triangle. Legs are strong. Chest open to the right side of the room and maybe even slightly up to the ceiling. Looking to those right fingertips and seeing if we can lift the right fingertips a little bit further. So use that lift to take a bit of pressure out through the left hand. Pull the waist in. Roll your right hip on top of your left hip. One more breath. Look down to the floor. Take both hands down to either side of the left foot and turn and rest the right knee down to the ground. Inhale, reach your arms back up to the sky, lift tall. Exhale, right arm forwards, left arm back. So again, that quite strong twist through the upper body, reaching forward, stretching back, hands into prayer. Now, as you bring the hands into prayer, try not to let the body come back facing forwards. Keep the chest and the torso over to the left. Take your right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. See if that helps you come into a deeper twist by starting with more of an active twist. Breathe in. Open the chest, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And out. Look to the right toes. Look to the left toes. Tuck your right toes and lift the right knee off the floor. So I've still got a twist in my upper body. I'm going to keep looking down to the left toes, the top of the mat. I'm going to bring my right foot in, step it all the way next to the left foot. So I have a twisted chair. Hold that there. Squeeze between the knees for 3. Squeeze more between the knees for 2. On 1, rise all the way to standing, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards, hinge at the hips, take the hands down to the ground. Step your left leg back and then your right leg, downward facing dog. Inhale, forwards to a plank position. Your choice, either rest the knees or keep them lifted. Exhale, lower the body all the way to the ground. Inhale, point the toes, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Toes tuck, knees bend, take it back into downward facing. Breathe in. Breathe out 1, push into the hands. Breathe in. Lift your hips for 2. Inhale. Stretch the heels down, exhale. Look to the hands, step the right foot forwards. Rise all the way up, high lunge, lift through the arms, lift through the chest. Hands into prayer. Make sure your lower body's stable, so sit into that right thigh. Squeeze your left glute on, so really support the left hip. Bending at the elbows, thumbs to the back of the head, the neck, or the upper back. And then maybe the weight of the head just slightly pushes back into the forearms, so you feel the triceps lengthen, feel the elbows lift. Breathe in, breathe out, 1. Breathe in, breathe out, 2. Reach the arms all the way back up. Take it out into warrior 2. Sit into your warrior 2. So challenge that right thigh. Inhale. Exhale, sit lower. Inhale. Reach the arms out wider. Ask yourself if you're sticking your hips back, if you're sticking your bottom back, try and slightly tuck the tailbone under. So not only do you lengthen the back, we pull in through the front of the body, make that front area strong. Straighten the right leg. Shuffle your back foot in once, maybe twice. Right hip stays still. Right arm reaches forwards. This right thigh is strong, so I'm pulling up through that right thigh. Take your right hand down and reach your left arm up. Now lift through those left fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Rolling that left hip open. Asking yourself to not dump all the weight into that right hand. So some of the support and the strength is just from the side of the waist and the obliques. Look down to the ground. Take both hands down. Framing that right foot. Rest your left knee to the floor. Inhale, lengthening up, reach up through the arms. And then exhale that twist back over to the right. So right arm forwards, right arm back, left arm forwards. Breathe in. Twist more, breathe out. The more you reach through those left fingertips, feel the body start to twist and face the right. Hands into prayer. Now just leaning the body forwards, the left elbow will find the outside of the right thigh. And you've got a big twist. So drive down into that left elbow, lift your chest, lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Keep the twist. Look to your right toes. Tuck the left toes and lift the left knee off the floor. Keep the gaze down to the ground. Just lean the weight forwards and step your left foot next to the right. Sit into that low chair. Keep twisting the upper body over to the right side. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. Lift up through the arms. Stay tall, just take the arms down by the side. Exhale. Close the eyes. Have the palms face forwards. Breathe in. And breathe out. A big, long, clearing breath. Inhale. A big sigh out through the mouth. Exhale. Take 2 more there. Inhale. Feel the chest and the shoulders drop as you exhale. Inhale. Big sigh out. Exhale. Reach the arms up to the sky. Look up towards the thumbs. If you like, you can squeeze the glutes and take a slight back bend. And then fold it all the way forwards, hands to the floor. Bend your knees. I want your upper body to rest on the lower body. Take your first 2 fingers, hook around the big toes, and pull yourself down into a forward fold. So use your arm strength, use your grip, use that hook, the biceps, the shoulders. pulling everything in and lifting the hips up at the same time. So as you pull forwards, the lower body wants to lift. Feel that opening, feel that extension, and then place the hands down. Right foot back, and then the left foot downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards to a plank position. Your choice to rest the knees, keep them lifted, lower all the way down. Inhale, shoulders squeeze together, chest opens, chest forwards. Exhale, take it back. Toes tuck. Move into downward facing. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Look to your hands and rise up to all 5 fingertips. So it's a hard grip, pushing on all 5 fingertips to really strengthen through the fingers and the web of the hand. So pushing down into your 5 fingers. Now there's more space underneath the chest. Bring that right knee in, step the right foot forward. So maybe you can do that without lifting the right hand. And then inhale, rise up, high lunge. Lift up through the arms. Grow tall through the sides of the body. And then take your arms down by your side. Interlace your hands behind the lower back. Stretch your knuckles back behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feel that space across the chest. Now you can stay here. That's option 2. For option 1, come back to a high lunge. Reach the arms up to the sky. Just staying in option 2 with the hands here. Lean your chest forwards over the right thigh. We're transferring the weight and coming into warrior 3. So if your arms are lifted forwards, a normal warrior 3, reach the arms out in front of you. Holding it here for 3, 2, 1. Together, all rest the left toes back. Come into a high lunge. Inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. So left toes out. Sit into that right thigh. Breathe in and out. Turn your palms to face the left side of the room. Now you're going to take your right hand, place the right hand on the inside of the right knee. So there's no force, you're not dumping weight down. You're just placing it there. So it's like a half triangle. Now reach your left arm up and take it all the way over. Create a straight line. So you have strength holding through that right side. Sit a little bit deeper into your right knee. You can reach your right arm to meet the left arm. Hold it here, 5, 4, breathe 3, 2, 1. Rise up, warrior 2. Straighten your right leg. Turn the right toes in. Take your left toes out. Warrior 2 to the back of the room. Left hand on the inside of the left knee. Take the right arm up and over. Draw a long line. You're not dumping weight into that left hand. It's just there to lengthen through that left arm. Left arm comes to meet the right arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to warrior 2. Straighten the left leg. Turn the left toes in. Forward fold. Take your hands down to the ground. Now keep the lower body where it is. Walk your hands forwards to stretch them away from your mat. A big wide downward facing dog. The more you can reach the arms forwards, the more space you'll give yourself through the shoulders, through the side of the waist. Imagine someone pulling your hips back behind you, and at the same time, someone holding your hands where they are, so you get this real extension and stretch. Take an inhale and exhale. Breathe in and out. Walk your hands back. Turn and face to the right toes. Take your hands either side of the right foot. Push all your weight into that right foot. Lift the left leg off the ground. Standing split. So your hands are to the floor. That left leg lifts back behind you. You can look to your right knee. Make sure your right knee is on top of your right ankle. It's not waving around too much. As you inhale, stretch those left toes back. As you exhale, can you pull everything into a really small round ball? Inhale, stretch that left leg back. Exhale, round and pull in. Inhale, stretch that left leg back. Exhale, round and pull in. Now take a long step and let the left toes rest to the floor. Rise all the way up, high lunge. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. Give yourself a few breaths to find that steady rhythm. If your mind has wandered, to pull your focus back in. Be present, push into the hands, feel the mat beneath the hands, maybe grip the mat with the fingertips and then spread the hands back out. Look to the hands, rise up once more onto the fingertips. Now there's more space again underneath the body. So we can step that left foot forwards without having to lift the left hand, rise up into a high lunge. Reach up through the arms, open through that right hip. We're all taking the hands behind the back for the first part. So take them to the lower back, interlace, stretch them away. Feel that opening across the chest. See if whilst you're here, you can slightly pull the left hip back, slightly encourage the right hip forwards. Stay there or come back into a high lunge with the arms, your choice. Leaning over that left thigh. So lean, lean, lean until your right toes lift off the floor. Doesn't matter how far forwards the body comes down. Think about the balance, not the shape. Lift up through that left thigh. Keep breathing, breath steady, and then rest your back toes. Open into warrior two, so stretch the arms out wide. Inhale. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Rest your left forearm to the left thigh. Reach your right arm over, so draw a long line through that right side. Option one. Option two, lift your left elbow. Hold it there in space. So feel the strength now required through the center of the body for 3, 2, 1. Back to warrior two. Straighten the legs. Turn the left toes in, turn the right toes out. Bend into that right knee. Right forearm rests on the right thigh. Left arm comes up and over, long straight line. Staying here, option one. Option two, lift that right arm off the thigh. Hold the waist in, pull in from the sides, pull your navel in, squeeze the glutes on, and then bring it back to warrior two. Straighten the arms up to the sky, turn the right toes in, and turn the left toes out. So you have another warrior two, facing to the top of the mats. Look down towards the left toes, windmill both hands down towards the left foot. Walk your back foot in a little just to give you a bit of an advantage. And then reach your right toes off the ground. So your hands are still there for support. As you're balancing on that left leg, just look at the left knee. And then you can also look down to the left ankle. Make sure that left ankle isn't collapsing inwards. So if you need to pull the arch back into that left foot, then do so. Inhale, reach your right toes back. Exhale, bend both knees round in, create a ball shape. Inhale, stretch your right leg back. Exhale, round in, create a ball. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I want your feet to land together on this one. With or without the hands, without makes it a little bit more challenging. Come down and take a seat. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Hold on to the front of your ankles. Sit tall, pull your chest up. Exhale, stretch the body forwards. Reach your hands away from you. Bow the chin into the chest. Move your knees outwards. And imagine someone behind you is going to place their hands on the inside of your thighs and encourage your thighs further down towards the ground. And once they've done that, they're going to take their hands to your lower back and encourage your torso to move forwards. So you have an outward movement of the inner thighs and a forward movement through the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Use that breath. So as you inhale, see if you can look forwards, find a bit more space and length through the spine. And then exhale, relax into that space. You've got 3 more rounds of breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly walk back, bring the hands in. Take your hands to the outside of the thighs, close the knees, plant the feet to the floor. Reach your arms out and roll all the way down the spine. So taking your time, pull the waist in, pull your belly button in and roll it down. Hands to the floor, head relaxes back. Sink your shoulders into the ground, sink your hips into the ground. Tuck the tailbone and adjust the hips so that you've got more of the lower back in contact with the mat. And then if you have a block to hand, grab your block. If you don't have a block, we're going to do the same without. So if you have one, place it in between the ankles and take your feet up towards the sky. If you don't have a block, just squeeze your feet together. You're going to reach the arms overhead. Inhale, come all the way up. So you're either going to take the block from the feet or you're just going to reach up to the feet, take the arms back down overhead. Once the block comes to the floor, stretch your legs away to your limit. So either all the way down or just halfway. Bring them back up. Reach your arms, maybe your block up towards the feet. Place it back between the ankles. Lower the arms down. And then extend the legs away again, squeezing that block or just squeezing the ankles. Bring it in. Reach up for the block. Take it down overhead. Extend the legs away. And bring them back. Reach up, place the block between the ankles. Take the arms back down. Extend the legs, squeeze the inner thighs. Pull navel to spine. And bring the block back. Last time you'll reach up. Take it down, arms overhead. Now this time, see if you can squeeze the inner ankles and the thighs and take your legs all the way down. So take your time, no rush. Think about pulling the waist in. If you need to bend the knees, then do so. Slowly down. Once the legs get to the floor, bend the knees, place the feet down to the ground. Bring your arms back down by the side. Lift your chest, wriggle your shoulder blades a little bit closer together. So you feel the skin pinch in between your shoulder blades. It'll feel like your chest is lifted a bit too high. Then I want you to lift the hips, set the tailbone under again so you can pull the waist in. Drive down into the feet and lift your hips all the way up to the sky. Hold it there for 5. Tailbone tuck. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it back down as carefully and as slowly as you can. Taking your time, resting the hips. Bring your hands onto the knees. Take an inhale. Sigh out with a big exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more back bends. So either exactly the same as you just did, or if you do have a block, you can place the block between your thighs. I'd go thin ways, not totally wide ways. I'd go thin. If you're holding that block, the arms are down by the side. If you're not holding a block, just push into your feet the same again. Roll your tailbone off the floor and push your hips up to the sky. So either with or without a block. If you've got that block, notice there's a bit more squeeze, a bit more strength, a bit more control. Maybe it's harder. 5. Lift your chest. 4. Everyone can think about pushing their big toe down for 3, 2, and then 1. Roll it back down, pull your waist in. Slowly, carefully take it down, lowering your hips to the floor. Take your block out to the side if you had one. Got 1 more back bend, so you have the options to do either of the first 2. If you want to take it a bit higher, bring your hands back to the side of the head. Your fingers will come back to the toes. Only if you want to go there, I'll give you the cue. For everyone else, push your arms down by the side, push into your hands. Together, everyone roll up through the spine. So you're rolling the hips, lower back, middle back, towards the shoulders, finally the upper back. So you're staying there or driving down into the hands, pushing your chest up and away. So it moves up to the top of the wall behind you. Relax the head so you don't need to look where you're going. Squeezing the glutes, pushing the big toe down again, so the same rule still applies. You're down on the floor, push into your hands, push into your shoulders, lift the hips. If you're up in the air, think about lifting your chest away so you pull out of the lower back. 3, 2, 1. Everyone roll down for 5. Nice and slowly. 4, 3, 2, on 1. Rest your hips, bring the hands to the belly. Walk your feet out wide and let the knees come in to rest towards one another. So you get that inward rotation through the hips. Working into a strong internal rotation, which isn't something we do very often. So try and relax the knees. Try and allow the weight of the knees to meet. And with the hands on the belly, just notice the space that's created with the breath. And the sensation of drawing in each time you take an exhale. So even just by breathing, you're able to find that control, that support. And let the knees move back so they face towards the ceiling. Stretch your left leg out all the way down on the mat. Bring your right knee in. Holding onto the front of the right shin. Just rock that right hip side to side. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed. Then the hard, more physical part of the practice. So just try and find an overall sense of release. There's no grip. We're not forcing anything, just feeling the stretch in and around that right hip. Next time you bring the knee all the way over to the left, I want you to keep moving it to the left and reach your right arm out to the side for a spinal twist. If you can, gaze to the right fingers. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that right knee back to the center. Give that right knee a good squeeze in towards the chest. And then I want you to hold on to the outside edge of the right foot. Half happy baby. So bend your right knee, right thigh to go out to the side. Sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Try your best to keep the left hip relaxed. Tendency is for that left hip to try and lift in and join you. I want to just move around the outside of that right hip. And then bring the right knee back. Stretch your right leg out. Notice the difference from side to side before you go anywhere. And then bring the left knee in. Side to side, just a gentle shift from left to right. Opening that left hip. Compressing into the left side of the tummy, into the descending colon. And then guiding that left knee all the way over to the right, to the floor if you can. Taking the left arm back. So you have a full twist through the spine. Use the exhale, soften the left shoulder. That exhale breath just melts the body into the twist. Lengthening the breath. Bringing the left knee back, hugging it in nice and close, and then taking the left sole of the foot to the sky, reaching for the left foot, trying to pull that left thigh down to the ground. It might not come that far down for now, but just keep working on it. Make sure it's out to the side. If you're pulling the left thigh in and you feel like it's hitting the body, you've got to move it out a little to be able to come down to the ground. Relax your right thigh. Make sure you're not holding the breath. And then slowly let that left leg go. Stretch both legs out. I want you to turn the toes so they face out to the side. Take the arms out so the palms face up. 2 big breaths in through the nose. And then a loud sigh out through the mouth. In through the nose. Huge sigh out through the mouth. Lying in stillness. With the eyes closed. With the body relaxed. Back of the head fully relaxed, back of the shoulders, down through the lower back, through the hips, the thighs, knees, the ankles, and the feet. So we've done all the moving, all the hard stuff. Just try and lie here. Be still. Give yourself a few moments. Not very often that we find stillness, so just be. And notice the ease of the breath. Notice the sense of calm. Sense of peace. Feeling your body relax. Same sensation as when someone gives you a really supportive hug and you can just kind of let go. You're doing the same with your practice, giving yourself a really big hug and allowing physically your body to relax. And whilst you're led here, just start to listen to the small sounds around you, maybe outside of the house, maybe somewhere else in the house, just those small noises that bring you back to the present moment, remind you where you are. As they get louder, become a little bit more aware of your surroundings, the light in the room, furniture, sensation of your skin on the mat or on the carpet, on the ground. And then wriggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrists and your ankles. Point and flex your ankles. I want you to open the front of the ankle joint and then flex and open the back of the ankle joint. Full body stretch, biggest stretch. Arms overhead whilst you're lying on the floor, make a fist. Take a slight side bend stretch to the right. Back to center, take a slight side bend stretch to the left. Back to center. Hug your knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Squeeze everything in. And with minimal fuss, minimal movement, just rock to a seat. Hands can rest in the palms on the lap. Eyes closed. Just making sure that when you come to that easy, comfortable seat, the shoulders don't lean forwards. Pull the shoulders back. Remind yourself to find the tallest spine you can. Bring a smile to the face. Bring your hands into prayer. Bow the chin into the chest and just thank yourself for giving up time to practice this morning. Namaste.